Welcome to the special edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelley. On today's program, I want to highlight the upcoming Veterans Benefits and Services launch to be held at the Suffolk Workforce Development Center in late October. A great event. You're going to definitely want to stay tuned and find out what all the offerings are going to be for this particular occasion. Stay tuned. Welcome back to On the Scene. We're joined by two very special guests to talk about a very interesting service that's coming to the city of Suffolk through the Suffolk Workforce Development and the partnership with Hampton University College. So again, event coming up in October, but we're talking about the event plus the bigger picture about veteran services that will be available to Suffolk and surrounding areas thanks to partners, again, like we're talking about with Hampton University College. So again, join us today. We have Kristal-Kinloch, who is the Director of Military Affairs for Hampton University College, and Nina Daniels, who's with the Suffolk Workforce Development Center. So thank you ladies both for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having us.
Sure. Well, let's first talk about the event that's coming up, and then we'll kind of broaden out a little bit and talk about kind of veteran services in the area and the partnerships that we're working on to kind of bring more services to Suffolk, as I noted as well, the region itself. So Nina, I don't know if you want to kick us off talking about what's coming up later this month at the Suffolk Workforce Development Center, what people can expect, and really who can attend.
Absolutely. Well, actually, the Suffolk Workforce Development Center, we're located right here in downtown Suffolk. And on October 27th, we will be launching our Veteran Services event. And there'll actually be two sessions for that. The first session is from 9 to 12, and the second one will be from 1 to 4. And this will allow our veterans in the area the opportunity to come out and find out more information about the benefits that are available to them and to their families. Since the departure of the Virginia Employment Commission last year in November, many individuals have had to travel 25 miles or more to be able to receive services. So this is going to be a great opportunity for people to come out and find out more about educational opportunities, employment opportunities, as well as benefits that are going to be available.
And now the event is free and open to the public, is
Absolutely.
that correct?
Yes, absolutely. We are primarily focused on Suffolk residents, but it is open to all of Hampton Roads.
Sure. Now, do you need to pre-register? Is that?
We would prefer you to pre-register, but it is not required.
Okay.
You can actually find out more information on Eventbrite. It's Veteran Services Resource Day at eventbrite.com, I believe is where you can go.
Get that on the screen there, that we can jot that down. Right. Good deal. Now again, we're talking partnerships here that are really bringing the services here. And Kristal, if you could talk a little bit about what Hampton University College is going to be doing with the event, as well as maybe the bigger picture for what services you provide and how you try to bring resources to the area.
Sure. As the Director of Military Affairs, it's important that we establish connections with the community and that we serve those who've been serving us. And so through this initiative, I'm excited to work with Nina and really have the benefits available to all the public. And so we're going to be partnering with Obacy Hospital along with other Opportunity Inc. and some other partners to really bring benefits and information available to the public.
How important is it, and I'll throw this question to really both of you, for veterans to tap into services like we're talking about? Because as you noted, they've served our country. Now they're out of the military and looking for that next career step or that transition back, if you will, into civilian life. And that transition sometimes can be a little difficult with just finding the resources that are there for their benefit.
Yeah, there are a plethora of opportunities available that are free. And so even with the VA, we're partnering with them and so that they can talk about benefits beyond education and some things that are new to us. So we're excited about that. In addition, Opportunity Inc. has opportunities for workforce development, those kind of things, and even through the Suffolk Workforce Development. So there's so much information available that veterans just need to tap into.
Got it.
It's just been wonderful, the collaboration that we've had with all of the partners. They're all bringing all kinds of resources, and we just need individuals to come out and actually just tap into that. As she mentioned, everything from health benefits that might be available, educational, employment, just going to be an array of opportunities there. So it really needs to be taken advantage of. And the collaboration between all of our partners, again, as mentioned, Opportunity Inc., and we love that Hampton University has joined us in this partnership, so it's going to be great.
Now, with Hampton University College, what was the impetus to kind of get involved with the veteran services and the push to bring services like collaborate and bring these type events to not only to Suffolk but to the region itself?
Yeah, in 2013, President Obama laid out 8 keys to success for veterans. So we definitely want to tap into one of the keys, which mentions collaboration with the community. So that's important. As the Director of Military Affairs, we service a good amount of veterans and military-related students. That includes spouses and dependents. And so we offer evening courses to our veterans. We offer online courses, all these, and the overall picture is we service the adult learner, but we service veterans and want to make sure that they're taken care of as well.
Indeed. Now, what did the two of you find when it comes to working with a veteran? As far as, is it just a matter of they're not aware of all the services that are there, or just maybe thinking, well, I need to go this direction versus that direction? I know every individual situation is a little bit different, but once that military life ends, and you noted again, it's not just the veteran, but his or her family as well. How does that process typically work from y'all's experience?
A lot of times we'll have veterans come in and they're kind of at a loss because civilian life is so different. So they'll come in and they don't know what direction to go in. And so we try to kind of point them in the right direction. And the nice thing about this event is that you'll have everyone in one place.
Yes.
So it'll be like a one-stop shop. You'll be able
Right.
to come in and depending on what the need is, you'll be able to kind of, focus in on that. And
Sure.
so that's going to be great because they're at a loss a lot of times. They don't know what to do, and then their families as well,
Right.
because they have benefits and
Yes.
they've been through as well, of course, with that. So it'll be good.
Kristal, did you have any feedback on that as far as
I think
kind of
Nita
that?
did a great job of just talking about that. As far
Yes.
as education goes, most of our service members come in with transfer credits and they've been to other places. So we really want to make the process easier for them so that they understand that we're here to service them
Yes.
and make it as easy as possible. Like you mentioned, the one-stop shop so that they can get all of their financial aid information, career advisement, all at one office.
Very good, very good. Now, how long has this event kind of been in the works? I mean, I know it's coming up pretty soon,
Yes.
but how long, when did the idea start, and how did it get from where it began to where we are today?
I was going to say, again, once the Virginia Employment Commission left in
Yes.
2014,
Yeah.
that really did leave us with a need, that needed to be met. And
Yes.
so it's actually kind of been in the works since then, trying to figure out how we can service these individuals,
Right.
again, since they've given so much to our country. And so it's kind of been in the works for some time. And then with the collaboration with Hampton University, it kind of got the ball rolling, I think, a bit faster. And so, and Ms. Kinloch can actually give you more information on that. But,
Yes, I joined Hampton University in July, and I just saw a need to service Suffolk. Suffolk is such a rural population, but it has so much potential.
Right.
And so I was like, how can we work together? And Mr. Brunson was a great catalyst for change. And so we've just been working on, okay, how are we going to get this started? There was an event in the summer where I was able to help out and talk to some youth of Suffolk, and I just felt like this is a great opportunity to partner and share information about various resources.
And I think sometimes we forget, we know the military presence in the Hampton Roads area and certainly in Suffolk as well.
Yes.
But we think about active military, but again, you have the post-military
Right.
lives that come into play, and you don't realize how many veterans there are in our area, and in Suffolk specific, where I know that's kind of what we're focusing on today. And that percentage, I would imagine, is probably pretty high. And again, they have a need to understand what services are available and what they can tap into. I know we've kind of used that phrase a little bit, just so that they can enjoy the benefits that they're entitled to. Now, we're going to take a short commercial break, but we have a lot more information to talk about, not only with this event, but maybe the broader picture and another event that's coming up, I believe, in December
Correct.
of this year. So we want to kind of highlight that as well. So we'll take a short break and have more on the scene when we return. Welcome back to On the Scene. We're going to continue our discussion about a very exciting event coming to the city of Suffolk at the Suffolk Workforce Development Center. It'll be on October the 27th. It's the Veteran Benefits and Services launch. And again, it's not only really just the Suffolk Workforce Development Center, which is a really incredible resource we have here in the city, but also bringing in other partners from the area, again, Hampton University, University College, among others, to partner together to really bring information and great resources to veterans who may be looking for some of those resources and tapping into those opportunities that are out there. And Nita, before we go on, let's talk a little bit about some of the partners that are going to be there that particular day, that they can understand, the people watching the program understand the wealth of information and the wealth of partners that are there. So you want to highlight those, please?
Absolutely. We do have quite a few partnering agencies to help with this event, and their focuses, again, are education, employment, mental health, and even homelessness and transportation.
Yes.
And quite a few here. Of course, we have Hampton University, Office of Military Affairs. We have the Hampton VA Medical Center as well, Salvation Army, the Virginia Veteran and Family Support, Centera Obacy Hospital, Opportunity Inc., the Department of Aging and Rehab Services, as well as the UP Center, all collaborating with us to have this event.
And I think you noted something earlier in the program, the fact that everybody's coming together. So it's kind of like you said, use the phrase one-stop shop.
One-stop shop,
I know
that's
we
right.
like to refer to that with New Suffolk City Hall, but also the fact that that's really the role the Suffolk Workforce Development Center plays in the community. Because again, whether you're a veteran or even just a citizen seeking some employment information or other resources that you have, it's one place to go. Most of the resources there are free. So again, you
Absolutely.
can tap into them. It's just a matter of opening the door, placing a phone call, and coming by,
Come
right?
on in. That's it. Absolutely.
All right, well, Kristal, certainly highlighting the event we have coming up in October, but Hampton University also has a great event coming up, a first-time event coming up in early December, and then, of course, that's going to be the Military Transition Day. Talk about what you're going to talk about, if you will, that particular day, and maybe some of a little preview, if you will, about what people can expect.
It's going to be a great day on December 4th, which is a Friday. It's going to be a morning and afternoon session. On this day, we're going to prepare those who are transitioning out of the military for the global marketplace. So we want to give them skills for career readiness. We're going to have someone from the VA, Opportunity Inc. A plethora of other opportunities will be available also, but it's just going to be a great day for those who are seeking services, and we want to help prepare them for the workforce.
And of course, certainly if someone who's been in the military, they have that skill set that they've obtained through there. And I know sometimes it's a matter of finding how that adapts to another career out in the workplace. So how does that work? I mean, do you certainly try to figure out how that fits and maybe career opportunities that they can take the skill set that they have and translate that to a civilian position?
It's going to be taking skills that they have already learned, great leadership skills and management skills, and transferring those into opportunities that are needed currently in the marketplace.
And I know the military, does their part to help with that transition process. But again, there are a lot of partners like yourself that are out there to also aid with that, to really kind of give a good foundation for a veteran making that transition, not only into the workforce, but also, again, we talked about some of the other resources and benefits that are there for them and their families as well. And I guess that's a really important part, because that could be literally a life-changing transition to take place, and it's a matter of what do I do now, and I think that's what we're talking about with the events that we're talking about here today, correct?
Correct, exactly. So we just want to help them refine their skills.
Right.
It's all about refinement and making them excellent, because they already have the skills and preparation, so it's just amount of partnering with them.
And again, let's focus back, flip back for a second to the event coming up here in Suffolk. The perspective, again, with your office, and I know your position, you said you've been on board, I think, since July.
So again, relatively new.
And we appreciate you being here, and also for working with us to make these events like this, what we're talking about, happen. But just your philosophy on how you feel like veterans need to be served, be provided the benefits that they have, and tapping into the resources that are there and really exist for their use.
It's important that we give back to those who've dedicated so much and made the ultimate sacrifice sometimes to serve us for our freedom. So I'm just here to partner and connect. I love working with students, specifically military students, and helping them not just enroll, but graduate.
Right.
Yes.
And let's talk about the event again. If you want to give the date, the times, and you mentioned there are 2 sessions.
Absolutely.
Do you need to come to both, or would you come to one or the other? How is that structured? Talk a little bit more about the event coming up in October.
Again, the event's going to be on October 27th. There are 2 sessions. There's a morning session from 9 to 12, and then the second session from 1 to 4. Now, it's not necessary to come to both sessions. In the morning, there will be additional presentations done, but you will be allowed some one-on-one time throughout the day. Again, we would prefer you to RSVP, and as long as that's done before October 22nd, you're guaranteed to get one-on-one time with the representatives that will be there. And again, this is for not only the veterans, but also military families.
Yes. Very good, very good. And again, you mentioned they can register online through Eventbrite. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yep.
And we're going to have that URL up on the screen so people can go there. But if they wanted more information, how would they contact both of your offices? You want to give out some phone numbers that people could, if they just wanted some more information about the event, or just veteran services in general?
Sure.
Start with you.
Sure. The Suffolk Workforce Center is located right here in downtown Suffolk. Our address is 157 North Main Street, and we can be contacted at 514-7730. That's our main number, and feel free to call in and get the information you need.
Very good. Kristal, just contact you or your office to talk about.
You can contact me if they have questions about Hampton University or the upcoming event in December on the 4th.
Yes.
My number is 757-637-2993.
Very good. Well, ladies, thank you very much for
so
joining
much
us
for
today to
having
talk
us.
about these great events that are coming up and the need there is within the community and the resources that are out there that are just waiting to be utilized. And I think, again, bringing everyone together for events like we're talking about are very beneficial, because it's that one-stop shop. It's the opportunity for you to go and, again, have presentations, as well as the possibility for some one-on-one time that you talked about. And again, I think that's where that pre-registration really comes in handy. And again, the date is October the 27th. And the 2 time sessions, one more time?
From 9 to 12 and 1 to 4.
And again, the event itself free and open to the public.
Open to the public.
Again,
Come on
encourage
out.
everyone for the pre-registration. But again, I assume you will take some walk-in traffic that particular day.
Absolutely.
But you just may not have that individual if the slots are already full. And I think
Right.
that's why you're doing the pre-registration, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, ladies, thank you
Thank you
again.
so much for
Appreciate
having
that.
us.
And that will do it for this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelley. We'll see you next time.